Nationally, the opioid crisis is becoming this big thing. It's starting to have a lot of focus and attention on it due to the fact that it's taking so many lives and it's affecting all levels of the population. Rurally, that's especially seen because in the rural areas we've got a population that's spread out further, but it's affected exponentially more. It goes across all socioeconomic classes. It goes across all ages, races, everything. Addiction is a disease that does not discriminate. As one of the services we offer here is we're doing a medication-assisted treatment utilizing Suboxone, also Vivitrol is something we do, and combining that with therapy and adjunct services. And that's creating this integrated model of care that deals with all facets of the addiction, from the physical withdrawal to the psychosomatic effects to just all aspects of it. So we're offering like this whole package, helping others in treatment instead of stigmatizing or criminalizing like it's been done for years. We're looking at harm reduction. We're looking at different models of treatment to best serve the individual that's coming in need of help. Also, what I do as a peer specialist is I have lived experience with it. I am a heroin addict in recovery, but I have lived experience, and everybody that I work with has that lived experience, that same shared lived experience, and we're in stages of our recovery where we're reaching our hands out to help others and lift others up and walk with them through their difficult times. What kind of brought me into recovery is this series of events that kind of all cascaded. I'd been doing opiates and opioids for around 7 years, and it kept progressing and getting worse. I went from painkillers, prescription painkillers, to heroin, to whatever I could find, and I ended up in 2014 committing a crime, and I got caught for that crime, and I can honestly say it's a blessing. I'm so thankful to those officers, and I'm so thankful to that set of circumstances, because I got caught. I had a red dot sight on my chest, and part of me knew I had to stop running then. There was no getting out of it. There was no justifying it or getting away from it. And then another series of events happened. I did a little bit of time in jail. I got out. I was with my mother. I held her hand as she passed away, and even then I wasn't completely ready to stop because I thought I had a handle on it. I ended up with a felony case. I was looking at 12 to 24 years in prison initially, which I was 23 at the time, and that was terrifying to me. I was very fortunate, and I was sentenced to the area's integrated treatment court, drug court for short. And what they did was they sent me to rehab, and I still wasn't ready. At that time I was just like, nah, I thought it was a joke. It was a joke to me. It was something I wasn't willing to do. It was something I just had no desire. And so in the course of going through the withdrawals, and about 14 days into my stay in rehab, I did what I did best. I made up a lie, I made up a justification, I made up an excuse. So I signed my discharge papers, and I left rehab, and I did what I knew best. I used right away. In talking with my probation officer the next day, because I had to go see her. I couldn't exactly run, but I had to go see her, and they told me, you either go to jail or you go back today. And I did. I went back to rehab, and when I got there, I had the counselor on duty. They UA'd me, and he asked me a very simple question that still resonates with me to this day. He asked me if I had used, and every fiber of my being wanted to lie and make some excuse or make some reason up that no, I hadn't done it. I don't know why it's in my system, but I didn't use. And I had this moment of clarity, this moment of solace, this moment where everything became very vivid and real. I could either lie and continue doing what I was doing and go on and end up dead within a matter of months because I was headed down that path, or I could try something new and something terrifying and step way out of my comfort zone and be honest. And I told him, yeah, I did use, and I'm very upset at myself about it. And that moment of honesty was like this big turning point in my recovery. It's where I was able to start making progress in my own life. And I went through rehab, I went through the drug court in the area, I completed it successfully, and the judge actually in drug court suggested I try and apply to be a peer specialist here at Southeast. So I did. And they took a shot on me, they took a chance, and they hired me. And I got to do, and I still get to do every single day, what I love the most, which is giving back to others and helping others find their path in their recovery journey and walk that path with them. You know, one of the biggest messages that I can send about this is you don't have to die out there. There's still hope. As long as you're breathing, there's still hope, and it doesn't have to end. I'd love to see the statistics shift from deaths to successes on the high end, and I believe it's very possible.